Spencer Israel here with Mark Fritz, writer of Benzinga.com. Mark, you just did a story about GeoQuant, which is a research firm that is sort of using predictive analytics to predict geopolitical events. What does that even mean?
Well, I wondered that myself. They usually have a predictive model. They use historical context. They use ethnic factors, economic factors, social media, mainstream media. They run it through this math model, and they come up with a prediction in percentage increments of whether a country's going to go sideways. How close are we to a shooting war with Russia? It got an incremental increase recently in UK terrorism possibility. Now,
So they're looking at all these factors to sort of predict unrest, essentially.
Yes.
But then, what do you do with that information?
Well, you decide whether or not a risk assessment is an art,
Right.
and you decide whether you're going to do business in the country. If the risk assessment is going up, you're going to kind of go in. When I was a war correspondent, my risk assessment model was my gut and the prickly hairs in the back of my head.
Right.
And but these guys, their bona fides are pretty good. The CEO used to work for Freedom House, which is a really respected. They used to do the democracy index, and they would rank every country by level of democracy.
Okay.
So he helped develop that model, and now he's working on this thing, and they got about $4 million in startup money. And they're at the very beginning, they want to have a software app. They're already on Bloomberg.
So and then the point here is to sell this to enterprises, to hedge funds, do with it what they will.
Yeah.
It's a very the idea of predicting unrest to me is interesting. Is there a specific example you have of them doing just that?
Well, like I said, there were a couple of things. A week ago, there was the U.S. downed a pro-Syrian plane, a bomber in Syria, a pro-Russian rather. And then there were 2 days after that, there were two close skirmishes between the U.S. and Soviet.
Right.
I'm dating myself. Russian, not Soviet. Over the Baltic Sea.
Right.
And I asked the CEO about this, Mark Rosenberg, and he said, well, it just so happens that our external threats for the United States are starting to exceed the internal threats, that it's becoming more dangerous for an external threat to the United States than for the last year it's been internally.
Interesting. All right.
Big Trump supporters, I assume.
Something to keep an eye on. I
Yeah,
think,
sure.
For sure. All right.
Yeah.
Definitely check out his article, Mark Fritz, about GeoQuant on Benzinga.com. For Mark, I'm Spencer Israel. Have a good one.